Welcome to the login forum validation video tutorial. In this video we will validate the login form. So we will do something like this. Okay, whenever we click that required username and password, and also if you write was the name like this, name must be more than 5 character. Okay, it has finished. And now to the password, if I write something like this, must be more than 8. So let's something like this. Okay, form has submitted. Okay, so we will create this program. Okay, we will validate the login form. So let's get started, guys. Before starting, please subscribe our YouTube channel. So I have created this component login validation. So now I will create the files here, login form.js and also login form style.css. okay, to design that. So I have already created the design and the forum. Yes, I have created the forum. It is the code of forum. Okay, we have two input field, username and password, then login button, then also the forgotten the cancel button. So the CSS code is here. It is the CSS code for that form. Okay, so it will look like this: forum and input field, button hr, cancel button, image container, and also media query. So it was all about this forum. Okay, so now let's run the server. npm start. Yeah, see it, the login forum has created. So now let's apply our validation on this. So first of all, we will store whenever we are entering the values to our input field, we should store them in our variable. Okay, so let's create a variable, const values, set values, and I will use state hook, and it is an object with us, and we have here name value and also a password. We have these two values, okay, in our this object values. So now we are let's add the unchange event when we are inputting a keyboard for input from keyboard. So this should be stored in those values. So let's first of all apply on this one. Okay, on change, so it should call handle change. Okay, and also we will apply this one on the password field. Okay, whenever we are inputting a character from keyboard, so that should be stored on that variable name or password, and the name is the name, and also let's add the value. The value should be values dot name, and for the password, value is equal to values dot password. So now let's create this handle change function. Okay, let's above from the return statement, we will create that here, function handle change, and event will be passed to this one. So here what we should do, so now we will just update our state. Okay, we will call this function and we will update our values. Set values. Okay, set values. Here we will update our values. The previous values will be the same, and now we will update the one, for example, e.target.name. okay, it will take the name of input field. For example, if we are entering in name, okay, this name, look at this name. Okay, if we are entering in name or in the password, so that will be taken here. Okay, name, so it will be assigned the value of eTarget.value. So the value of this event will be passed to this name. Okay, and the input field from in which, if that is name or password, so it will be passed to that. So now we have handled this. So now let's create the errors now. So when the user click on the submit button, okay, and the submit button and the login button, so what it should do, it will be call a function and submit handle submit. Okay, handle submit. We will create now this function function handle submit. In this handle submit, what we should do, so first of all we will just prevent the default rendering. Okay, the default refresh, prevent. So now we will call our validation function, okay, where we would like to apply those validation on our input fields. Okay, so I will just call validation function and I will pass the values, these values to that function. Okay, these values, I will pass these values to that function. So now I will create this function. So for this function I will create a separate file. Okay, and I will create a separate file for that, validation.js. okay, so here I will create that const validation and the values will be passed here. So here now we will apply the validation on those values. So first of all I will create an object by the name of errors. Okay, an empty object. So now we will apply our validation errors. Okay, so first of all, if not values.name, if the name was empty, so what it should do, errors.name is equal to name required. Okay, and also if the name was not empty, so then else if values.name.length was less than 5 characters, so errors.name is equal to name must be more than 5 character. Okay, so also we will do it for password. We can apply other validations per password, like it must be greater and capital and smaller characters. Sorry, values.password, error.password, password is required, password less than 8, less than 9. So we wrote this, so now we will return the errors, okay, and also we will export this component, export default validation. Okay, validation. So now we will just come here and we call the validation function component. So now we will just use an error variable here. So const error set error is equal to use state and object. So this validation function return an object with us, so we will call set error function here, and that will assign the returned errors to this errors. Okay, this errors variable. So now we will write our errors here. Okay, we will write now our error here, errors dot name, and we will use a p tag here, errors dot name. Okay, and also we will use it, we will also change style it. Okay, style, color, read, and also the font size will be like, you can say 13 pixel. We will do it for also for the password, and also right here error dot password. Okay, so let's see it and see it what happened. Okay, so value is not defined, where validation login form. Okay, come here, and we just come here and we have values and set values, net value, values dot name, values dot password. Yes, it is the values, and also here the e should be written here, event, and also we should import this validation, import validation from slash validation. Okay, let's see it. Okay, we have this form. So now let's click this login form. Okay, name required, password required. If I write for example 3 character, name must be more than 5 character. Okay, let's write like this. Okay, that is ended. So now we come to the password. We will like less than that, more than. Okay, I will change the message. I will just change the message, more than 8 character. Yeah, more than 8 character. Let's add, see it, it is okay. Now let's add here the last. So whenever the values are okay, so what will happen? So here we will use useEffect hook. Okay, useEffect, and here we will pass a function to this. In the function we will write if object dot keys dot errors dot length was equal to 0, and if it means that if there was no error, and values dot name was not equal to 0, it means if it was not, the values were available at name. And also for password, values dot password was not equal to empty. So what will happen? So it will justify, you can pass your data to the server or to the database or call the API. So I will just show a message, error form submitted. For useEffect, and also the second one will be with us errors. Write it here, errors. I wrote this error. Whenever this errors update, so this will be called again, it will render again. So I have created a video, separate video about useEffect from 0 to hero. So you have the link for that video in the description, so you can watch that video. So where is, let's see it, is there an error? Yeah, we should add one another parenthesis. Yes, so let's see it now. Okay, required, write this and also write this. Okay, form submitted with us. So it was all about login form validation. So if you have liked the video, please subscribe our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.